What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the video and welcome into the Halloween part 2 event slash Team Go Rocket takeover event. And honestly, we have so much we have to talk about because I've been waiting probably, I don't exactly know when the last Team Go Rocket takeover event was, but I've been waiting since then to be able to find this information out so that way I can tell you guys. But before we actually get into all of that, we have so much more that we have to do on the actual Pokemon Go itself. So with the Halloween event, there is a bunch of research here that gives a bunch of potential shiny checks here. So we're going to go ahead and roll through it and go ahead and knock out this Halloween part 2 timed research, page 1 of 2, and hopefully see what we can get. We got the costume Pikachu, which is not going to be shiny, which honestly is probably going to be, again, one of the most rare shiny Pokemon in all of Pokemon Go, like I always say about all the costume Pokemon, because usually they don't come back. And the second check is going to be a Murkrow, which is not going to be a shiny 645 CP. On to the next catch. And the third encounter is going to be a non-shiny Phantom. Still have yet to get that shiny. Also, just a bit of a piece of information for you guys. Guess how many shinies I got during the part 1 event of the Halloween event? Take a guess. Any guess whatsoever.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pokemon Go Game Show. Today's special guest is Mostfly Panda, and today's question is, how many Pokemon did he get during the part 1 of the 2023 Halloween event? The answers are 0, 5, 10, or 15. Leave your answers in the comments down below and see if you got it right.
And if you guys managed to guess 0, you'd be right. I got none. 0 shinies, nothing from the Halloween event. It was absolutely terrible for me. But hopefully this second Halloween event's going to be a whole lot better for me, because honestly, it really can't get much worse, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. But our fourth and final encounter from this part 1 of the research is going to be a Sableye, which is not going to be the shiny, which honestly, not too upset about. And the reward encounter for the part 1 of the part 2 Halloween event is going to be the costumed Gengar, which for those who don't know, this is actually a costume based off of a plushie of him being like a sushi chef or whatever. We didn't get the actual like robe or like outfit he was wearing, just the headpiece, which honestly is a little disappointing. Like, come on, Pokemon Go, at least put some good effort into it. Like, you could have done that if you really wanted to. But was this Gengar any good? And it really wasn't. It was, I mean, it's half decent, could have been worse, but you know, it is what it is. And stage 2, earn a candy explode with your buddy, power up Pokemon 3 times, make 10 great throws, catch 15 Pokemon, and spin 7 Pokestops or gyms. We'll have that done by the end of this video, guaranteed. But now the ticket or treats part 4, which is, I believe, actually the final part of the actual $5 ticketed research that went the entire month of October. So this first encounter is actually going to be giving us a Phantom, which is not going to be shiny and not going to be good, for 56 CP. Not too good. And before I go on to the next encounter, we actually have a Zorua here. And for those who do not know, don't pay any attention to that throw. And those who do not know, don't pay attention to that throw. And those who do, stop! There we go. And for those who do not know, Zorua can officially be shiny. It's the same thing as Ditto, where you have no idea if it's shiny until you actually catch the Pokemon, because the Pokemon it displays is not going to be any different. And this one was not a shiny Zorua, which it is still same base odds, 1 in 512 I believe is base odds. So really, trying to find one is going to be ridiculously hard. And second encounter is going to be another Phantom, which is not shiny, 465. This one might actually be kind of good. And that Phantom was actually not any good whatsoever. And the third encounter is going to be a huge Phantom, which is actually ginormous, because there is actually showcases happening right now for big Phantoms. So that's going to help a lot in getting me first place in these showcases, because honestly, they give really good rewards. And that is my officially the tallest one, and it's going to suck. Also, just so you guys know, that last Phantom I caught, before that one, it was honestly atrocious. It wasn't good at all. So, all right, we have 3 more encounters, which I believe all of these are Phantoms. Honestly, okay, never mind. I am a liar. It was a Misdreavus. Cool. All right, second to last encounter is going to be another Misdreavus, which honestly, not surprised. 807. I think the other one was like 790 something. So this one might actually be kind of good. Don't quote me on it, or laugh at me whenever it's not good, but you know, I'm thinking it might be kind of good. Maybe, okay. Half decent, 12, 15, 13. Definitely could be worse, but definitely could have been a lot better. And the final encounter for the ticket or treats event is going to be another Misdreavus, which is not going to be shiny. 813. Potential. And was our last encounter any good? It was a 14, 15, 12. A little bit better, but still not a hundo, so really not all that special at all. But also, we got a field research here, so we're going to go ahead and claim that. I have no idea what the reward is. It is a Galarian Yamask, which honestly, really good in PvP, so I'm definitely going to be saving those for some trades with my buddies. So if you guys want to save those, use them for trades. Like I said, they're good in PvP, because Rune Regus is a monster. Good thing it has terrible IVs, because it's getting traded. Alright guys, I went ahead and finished the part 2 of the actual research right here. So we're going to go ahead and claim all of these Pokemon here, which this first encounter is going to be another costume Pikachu, which is not going to be shiny, which honestly, I have struggled to find these in the wild. Granted, I haven't really had time to go out and play, just because if you guys haven't watched my most recent video, I have a new work schedule, so it's just kind of hard to actually go out and play. But from what I have played, it's not the most common of spawns. But the second encounter is going to be a Misdreavus, which is not going to be a shiny. 809 CP, not going to be any good. Third encounter is going to be probably a Shuppet. Oh, it was a Phantump, which is not going to be shiny. This shiny is so elusive to me, man. I am so upset. For those of y'all who don't know, one of my buddies that I always play with and I always like go out and record with and live stream with, his name's Bennett. He played Phantump Spotlight Hour and managed to get 2 shiny Phantoms when it wasn't even increased odds. Like, what kind of luck is that? And we got another Gengar here, 1204 CP. No idea if that's any good, because I'm going to be honest, I do not remember the CP of the other one. Alright, was this Gengar any good? It's at 15, 12, 10. Alright, that's definitely most likely going to get traded. And the last of the actual encounters is going to be a Noibat, which honestly I'm a little upset about, considering that was a calm day a few months ago, so that's completely useless. But I mean, was he any good? Because there's, but I don't know why I favored it, accidental click, but was he any good? We got a 96 Noibat. Okay, that's completely great. Why couldn't you have been the Gengar? And our last encounter is a non-shiny Zorua, 492 CP. Again, I don't really even care if that's any good, because to be honest, Zoroark is not any good at all. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, 15, 13, 12. Okay, that was actually somewhat decent. Well, that's going to do it for all the actual research encounters there. So now we're going to get into the brand new Team Go Rocket event. And with this brand new Team Go Rocket Takeover event comes brand new Shadow Shiny Pokemon. And the brand new Shadow Shiny Pokemon that are in rotation now for the leaders is going to be Shadow Dratini, Shadow Sableye, and Shadow Bellsprout. Which, for those of y'all who do not know or don't follow any type of GBL whatsoever, those Pokemon are extremely useful in PvP, in the Great League, in the Ultra League, in the Master League. Shadow Dragonite is literally one of the top picks, literally, in every single GBL league possible. So to say, I'm going to be grinding these leaders as much as possible is a bit of an understatement, because I want these Pokemon for GBL, and also the Shadow Shinies are really cool. This is probably the best set of Shadow Shiny Pokemon that we've gotten from the leaders in a really long time. But also, with the brand new Team Go Rocket Takeover event comes a brand new Shadow Legendary with Giovanni, this one being Regigigas, which I'm going to be completely honest, is pretty useless in every way, shape, and form imaginable. But that's leading me into my next point, which at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I've been waiting since the last Team Go Rocket Takeover event to actually prove this to you guys and actually talk about it. Because there has been a semi-known kind of exploit in the game. I don't know if I would call it an exploit, but something you can do to get multiple Super Rocket Radars, because usually you're only able to get 1 Super Rocket Radar per each Team Go Rocket Takeover event. But I have proven, and it's been proven before, but I just wanted to prove it for myself to you guys to see if they haven't fixed it. But as you can see here, I'm still on stage 1 of a Shadow Disturbance. This was actually the Team Go Rocket Takeover event task for the last Team Go Rocket Takeover event, and this right here, Showdown in the Shadows, is actually this Team Go Rocket Takeover's special research. That means I have 2 Super Rocket Radars that I can use on Giovanni, and honestly, I'm not going to use either of them on Regigigas, because like I said earlier, Regigigas is completely useless. I'm going to tell you guys how y'all can actually get multiple Super Rocket Radars. And honestly, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do, don't go past stage 1 of the research. That's it. Don't go on to stage 2, just have it sitting there at stage 1, and come the next Team Go Rocket Takeover event, you'll have the research again for that Team Go Rocket Takeover event. So you can literally stack multiple Super Rocket Radars at a time. Granted, you can only hold one at a time, so you'll have to end up going through the task and whatever, trying to beat Giovanni, but literally he will hold on to the shadow Pokemon that he has until the next Team Go Rocket Takeover event, which literally, they do one about every 4 or 5 months, something like that. Usually it's a while before they do one. So honestly, you'd have plenty of time to farm through these researches to actually get your Shadow Legendary Pokemon from him. So if you guys want my advice, I would recommend waiting to actually do this Regigigas, because honestly, he's not good and he's not useful. So it's not worth the Super Rocket Radar to actually get it. So yeah, it's quite literally that simple and easy to get multiple Shadow Legendaries from Giovanni. Just don't go past stage 1 of the research, and be sure to open up the game whenever the next Team Go Rocket Takeover event happens. That way you're actually able to get the brand new research when it actually shows up. So before this video actually ends, I just got a Rocket Radar here, and there are actually 2 leaders over here, so we're going to go see what we could possibly get over here before we finish off this video. So let's go. So before I actually get over to this Team Go Rocket leaders over here, I just want to take a second to show off to you guys what I actually got yesterday, because let me be honest, it's quite nuts. So I managed to get a 100% perfect IV Riolu, which I'm going to be saving until the actual Mega gets debuted, because I'm going to have a perfect Mega Lucario. Absolutely insane. I kind of freaked out when I hatched this the other day, and also this had a like 1 in 100 chance of being a Shundo, so I'm a little bit upset about that, but you know what, I got the Hundo. I'm a-okay with that. Honestly, just wanted to show that off real quick. And honestly, we're gonna do Cliff, because I believe he actually has the Dratini. So honestly, I want that. I want that one the most, because it is easily the most useful out of all the Shadow Pokemon that are out right now, because it is useful in every single league possible, which Sableye I believe is only useful in the Great League. I could be wrong though, and Bellsprout being only useful in Great and possibly Ultra League. Alright, so Cliff easily goes down here. Quite literally, all I had to use was a Haxorus. He went down fairly easily there. And we are going to see if we can get the brand new Shadow Shiny Dratini here. It's 1 in 64 odds. Let's see if we can end off the video with a bang. We did it, 186 CP. Now, let's just see if it's actually any good though. I just realized I can untm Frustration on some Pokemon. I'm gonna do that after the video, because I kind of forgot to last Team Go Rocket Takeover event. Is this one any good? Well, that's actually going to do it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like, comment down below if you actually managed to do your Regigigas, because if I had to say anything, don't do it. Save your Super Rocket Radars until the next legend, because honestly, it's probably one of the most useless legends we have. It's just so bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not worth your one potential Super Rocket Radar. It's just not useful. But either way, I appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoy your Halloween events and your Team Go Rocket Takeover events, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!